today. From GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
On play action, Lock steps away. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lock working out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lock now to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Freddie Swain, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Al Woods in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now. And the result there is a first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week. Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet. I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs, really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Lockett. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Rolling to his right. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Now the The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully.
Travis Kelce, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is back to an 8-point game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now it's Carson. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This is Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Locke going to throw. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 21. Throwing now is Locke. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Here's Locke, sliding out of the pocket. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They run again with Carson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Block off of play action. And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They look to throw. It's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And he's got it. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Locke going to go on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a fourth here. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner, and a lot of people look at him going for it on fourth down. And
now off to the races, down the right side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes to throw it. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Out to his left. He hits his target, Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Seahawks,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs,